All right, everybody, we're live a little early today. What's going on? Happy Saturday. Got plans, early evening plans. I'm going to go see a movie, so getting started about an hour early. Means we'll be calling it quits about an hour early as well. What's up, Cabby? Cyrus? How you guys doing? Ready? What's going on, sir? Need to get some XP once people get online. That would be my goal for the day. Hope everybody had a good week, though. Had a good stream Tuesday. Got some more stuff accomplished over on HOF. Answered a lot of questions, which is always nice. What's up, Wee? On a little early today. Where are we going? Not quite sure yet. I think it's a toss-up between SOS, Palace, or Caladim. I think Caladim can be fun if we get a full group. It's plus 10% XP for us non-level 70s. Need updates in Caladim? Wee says he's logging in. Oh, Wee just logged in.
Greetings!
Johnny over there. One named, and then we need to blow Bank Vault for a statue. Sounds like a plan. I think we do Caladim. Freddy, you up for some Caladim? Are you able to play? I know you're just waiting for TLE to launch, but... So, oh, you're already online. Jeez, I even missed you signing in. And I mispronounced your name. Mega says, Larkin, attention everyone. I forgot that command existed. So, Grug, what's up, Mega? Hope you're having a good weekend. Make it, I mean, it's whatever, but you're welcome to join the guild, of course. We're just missing Q and Cabby. Which character are you bringing, Cabby? What do you feel like playing today in Caladim? No real news in the world of Rebus. Been working. We got a 3-day weekend this weekend, so I'm going to see if maybe getting in a bonus stream on Monday, depending on how IRL is going. Probably here on Anashti to get more. See if we can. I also get to get ready for June because I usually try to redo the stream appearance, cycle everything. Invite Valley? Okay. I'm heading to Caladim shortly. I'm just turning in a quest real quick. If anybody needs shuttle, let me know. I can come port you around. Put them on a port? Okay, I'll come get y'all. Where are you at, Si? Here in Wilmreacher. Heavy says, Arena. Freddy says, I see Dirge 1 was really hoping for the SK. Yeah. It was actually really close between Shadow Knight and Dirge, but Dirge ended up beating SK. I still might make an SK for the days that I don't want to Dirge. We'll see. See how it goes. I've also got to, I mean, people are really wanting permadeath too. We'll see what happens. What's up, Q? Cracktoon, what's going on, sir? You talking Dirge? Yeah. So I did a poll over in Discord for the new TLE that's launching June 9th. And looks like everybody wants to see me play Dirge. So I'll be doing that. Be rolling a Dirge over on Wuxi when it launches. We play in there on Tuesday nights. As of right now. You able to get some XP, Q? New TLE? Yeah, new TLE. June 9th. Gonna be a free trade server. Starts with Echoes of Fadeweir unlocked. So, and then it'll go all the way till Chaos Descending. New expansion every 3 months, I think they said. Let me know when you're in Common Land, sign. I'll come pick you up. Cracktoon's like, oh no, I can't come crawling back. Yeah. Q says she's logging in. All barbarian, says Q. I'm probably going to go half elf dirge. That's what I'm feeling right now. I like that you're starting in one X pack before Kunark. So no beast lords or channelers, but they'll unlock them as they, when they were originally unlocked, I guess. So it won't be long, I don't think. Gnome is the only dirge class race. Yeah. About that. Planes. Table.
Hello.
Oh, then Q might be able to pick you up if she wants. It'll be just over a year before Beast Lord, then another 3 or 6 for... Oh, dang. Wow. We're gonna go to Caladim, Q, so I think Sai would like a ride. Fable. Remember when Beast Lord dropped originally and their DPS was unhinged? I still feel like Beast Lord's pretty OP. Same with Channeler. I feel like Channeler, I mean, on retail, every class is OP.
Greetings.
If we're being honest. So I'm taking the fam to see Mandalorian and Grogu tonight. We got 445 tickets. It was expensive. So we got to get out here. I got to get off here no later than 3:45. Get everybody packed up and en route. No, I was good. You probably want to eat a little later. Yeah. I mean, you can have leftovers or... All right. Don't forget to remind... Yeah.
Well met.
All right. You are a mender. They're all. You. All right, need to go to Butcher Bowl.
Hail!
Yeah, I'm just just kind of slow rolling quests. I don't want to fill up my log with a bunch of quests that I'm never going to get to. So I'm just doing the timeline in order for certain places. Unfortunately, the line I'm working on right now do like 3 gray quests before they'll turn a color for me to progress it. Lesser Fate Arc is really good for quests. XP and actual quest drops aren't terrible that wise, so there's some useful items in Lesser Fate Arc. The only thing is, like, if you go around accepting every quest in Lesser Fate Arc, there's a lot. And I just kind of I'm very simple when it comes to quests. I like having one quest up on my screen and working one quest at a time. Even though I know it's more efficient to do multiples all at the same time, I get it, but my brain works in mysterious ways. So if I want to finish a quest, I need to simplify it. So I was like, I have room for 12 quests. Yeah, I slept weird last night, and now, like, right here behind my shoulder blade, I pulled something. It hurts to look too far that way, but it hurts bad. Tried stretching it out and everything, and it just won't go away. I need muscle relaxers. That's what I need. You know what's You know what's a muscle relaxer? Beer. Beer's a good muscle relaxer, but can't have any of that right now. Will it impact DPS reviews? No. At least I don't think so. Guess I should have took the cave. Oh well. That's fine. We'll get there eventually. How busy is it in there? Is there a lot of people in Caledon? Only 5? Good. Wood Rain Mud. What's going on, sir? Happy Saturday. Appreciate the continued support over on YouTube, Wood. For real. Thank you. I made it. I am here.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's the armor. It slows me down. It's all good. I was gonna say, it almost looked like there were no mobs up. But they're up. And Reeves is already pulling. You know it. What dirges do, right? I gotta practice. I gotta practice some bard pulls. No, you really don't. Yeah, isn't that what happens in EQ1? EQ1, bards are pullers. Rangers and bards pull to the tank. Monks, rangers, bards, perfect pullers. Show me as a warlock. Plate wearing warlock. Hell yeah. Time to rock and roll. As long as we ain't dying, we're doing good. To be fair, when I used to raid, my Ranger Hawk and I were proper way to pull. Yeah. Rangers were always really good pullers. Wee's gonna get his steps in today. Wee is like a ping pong ball right now between these mobs. Wee's like, what the fuck is going on? Shiny up there. Sorry. I started spamming a little too early, I guess. Happy Saturday, Liz. She says popping in, say hi before work. Hopefully your work day goes by super fast. It's a rainy day here in Florida right now. He says it's hot here, 30 degrees Celsius. Got an ad back there on Cabby. Now on me. Sitting in the car and parking lot is pretty full. It rained a bit, but the sun is out now. So we're starting today with 3%. See where we end up. When it rains, they can't sit on the beach, so they come to the outlets. I mean, it makes sense. That's kind of one of my favorite things to do when we do our beach days. We'll go to the beach for a while, right? But then we start hitting the thrift shops and the beach shops. And of course, the food shops. Small box. Might have a page in it. Nope. Got a woodworker ability. And a random belt. You see, I rolled it. Yeah, an aerodynamic guardian. I did see that. Yeah, I finally, for those that don't know, I finally got the randomizer working over in Discord. So all you have to do is type /roll character, and the randomizer generator will give you a race and a class if you're so inclined to use it. There's no official plans of doing permadeath on Wuxi. Tempest had asked if we were going to do it. I said there's no plans of it, and he asked about the random generator, and I'm like, yeah, it's still there. Let me see if I can get it working in Discord. It took me a little bit, some trial and error, and then finally started working. Erican? No, I mean, it sounded better with aerodynamic. Because technically, an Erican Guardian would be pretty aerodynamic. All the pretty colors. Any particular goals for Wuxi or just a playthrough? Not really. Not right now anyways. Learning Dirge is going to be the main goal, I guess. And being good at Dirge. Or acceptable at Dirge, I should say. The thing is, I mean, I'm probably going to be there on, you know, Tuesday nights. And then maybe some off-stream work will be done on Wuxi. I don't know really what to expect yet. I'm hoping to be able to play on launch night, but September Girl's gonna be out of town and I'm on solo dad duty, so, and it's a dance night, which means I gotta get Veronica to dance class, get her home after that, and all the things that it come up with, all the dancing and ballet stuff. So I'm hoping to stream that evening. See. When I'm off on Tuesday night, to join you here and there if you like, of course. Just not always. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, we're gonna be forming up casual taverns over there. So, and, you know, welcome to join. Y'all know the deal. I don't really have plans of like staying in contest, if you will, with the expansions that come out. I'm just gonna go over there and play a dirge and do what I do. I'm going to try and limit myself to one character on Wuxi. We all know how that usually goes. But one character. Have to decide what house I want to buy on Wuxi for my depots. There are going to be guild halls at the start, I think, on Wuxi. So, earning status to be able to pay for rent and stuff is going to be kind of important. And money. So we can get the depots and all the things up and running. Yeah. I'll have houses I can claim. Please come to my location. I'm reading Dungeon Crawler Carl right now, and it's really good. I underestimated how good. I knew there was a lot of hype around that book, but it's pretty funny. I mean, so far it's been a good story. If anybody's into reading out there and wants a good recommendation, I recommend it. Have a good one, Liz. Hopefully the suffer is not too bad. Guard to you? Oh, they gave me some mana shards. Nice. I didn't know you could give shards to non-group members. should be doing that more on my necromancer if that's the case. Got ads. Nice. All the loot. Needed on that compost for no reason. I mean, it's good for gardening, right? Trampler. The alternative is possible drop from the goblin named from the towers. Might as well clear placeholders and Get the XP in this area. Soak it up. Oh, there's a named. Enigma of the Carpenter, Volume 7. That was it. Thank you, Q.
Appreciate it.
Wouldn't be a stream without a Freddy Dirtnaff. Oh. I don't know what that's for. I'm gonna roll need on it when I don't know if I need it or not. It looked like a quest item of some type. Too shiny is in here. could try the ring event. Starts with the gnome there, I think. And it's down in the pit. Stormguard Hall. To serve and defend. Hall of Stormguard. Discovery in here. Way to go, Q. Q's lost. Q knows exactly where she's at. These halls are very tight. So far, we're winning, though. They have set fire. There's a zone in under this thing. If I remember right, this is a door to something at some point. Guys in the other room have the key. Time to go get the key. Yeah, it's for the Storm Hammer quest, which has a decent proc to it, if I remember right. I used it on my warden for a while. Yeah, group updates are few and far between here on Ord. was trying. Good recovery. Hell yeah. Well done, everybody. Poor visibility. Yeah, these tunnels are awful. Rug's still not there. Q says y'all are needy peeps. Mobs. I think we killed everything, right? Did you request it? Or send the thing? Oh, sorry. It should be there now, maybe. Good fights. Named is up there. Thought I called it out earlier, but I went ahead and tagged it.
I must think about past victories.
The name itself is non-aggro, but the mobs that are linked to it or around it seem aggro. Why does a Brel pop sound tasty about now? The Brel pop. Oh. There's a ton of mobs down there. Be careful.
Well, hello, beautiful.
What's up, Dark Inside? Happy Saturday. Hope we're doing well.
Hello there.
It's all good, man. Welcome back to the world. We're over in Caladim today. It's got bonus XP on the server, and we're just kind of and Cabby have some quest updates in here, and we're just soaking up some XP. There's page 11. Need a bugbear rib cage now. I hit greed. Port sigh. Great Grenader Ganga. Plan Boom Bottom. Anyway, this name drops a keg that allows us to blast the vault door to the bank. Classic bank heist. Did you know EQ2 has a ready check? I actually don't know if it's enabled on this server though, and I forget the command for it. It's not as cool as WoW's ready check, but it does do something in the group. Say sorry, Q. Welcome back. Congrats on the 79 points and the 62 points for Q. We got Fist of Fire. There's a blasting keg and a talon. All right, so now we can do the ring event, huh? Try our hands at it. Give it a whirl. Watch out for AoEs here. Make no promises. What's up, Q-Pack? It says bum rush it. Congrats, Cyrus, on 82 points of advancement. damn. I'm just trying to see if I still have aggro. I don't. I'm going to summon Psy, so wait right there. Get Psy up. And then Psy can get everybody else. Careful, there's mobs right above me, so be careful. What's up, Toffee? I would avoid using the spell that pops your broodlings here. They do AoE damage things around. Yeah, I wasn't... Those mobs that those were wanderers up top that kind of just aggroed onto us. But thank you for the heads up, Toffee. My good old dark infestation. So always causing problems. Freddy says he's doing a coffee run. What is the ready check? Is it /ready? No. Oh, yeah, it is. It was /ready, I think. Q is snorting, so she's good to go. Freddy's back. Mobs have been pulled. Target is no longer alive. Have these nests always been here? I feel like this is the first time I've noticed them. What am I? There's a shiny over there. What nest? Oh, these nests. Huh. I don't know if I've ever seen them before either. Hurts. Agreed. Mobs are respawning. Which probably means we're not killing fast enough. Stay for the grind? Yeah. Shoot, I should have rolled neat on the kidney too. Oh well. We have defeated a wave of something. Time to go down in the pit. Is there still a drought in Florida? Yeah. I mean, it's been raining the past few days, but like it's still, we're not, I don't think we're at the levels we need to be water-wise yet. Damn. Almost had it. We almost had it. Druids have rebirth? Yeah, we don't have any druids. Or, well, we do have Fury, but I don't know if Q has rebirth yet. I don't know if it's on, yeah, I don't know if it's on the server, or I think does it come with ROK, actually? Awesome Pants, thank you for that follow. Welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend. You think this zone be more popular? Not really, but I like it. And it's fun being in here with it being level 60 plus instead of the normal 35 plus from retail. So mobs seem a little bit more difficult. Rebirth is the end ability in the wisdom tree for druids. They got it a while ago. Thank you, Toppy. By the way, how's Warlock? I still haven't decided what to play for Wuxi. I enjoy Warlock. I think I like Necromancer more than Warlock, but Warlock kind of fun. Soloing can be a little difficult at times, but Necros are just, you're gonna roll one anyway? Yeah. I actually have not done Necromancer on TLE other than when we did Permadeath. And my Necromancer only made it to level 30, I think, before he died and I had to delete him. There's two shinies out there in the darkness. Good way to play different classes and not have to commit to them. Yep. Usually there will be players reaching max level in a day, and I've been here on the forums here how they know unless you're hyped on Red Bull. That's cute. The permadeath? Yeah. Are you looking forward to ROK? I am, but I'm also looking forward to it in a way of I know it's going to be a cluster here on Origins. I'm excited because I love Narc. It's one of my top favorite expansions in EQ2. Always will be. But I know it's going to be a cluster here on Origins. I think XP and loot wise it'll be better. I think. I hope. I didn't do any of the beta stuff. The last time I did something beta with EQ2 was when they launched the Blood of Lachlan expansion. Hopefully launching ROK the same day as Wuxi will decrease the load of people rolling on the new servers we can actually get in. I don't know. I think Wuxi is going to be pretty popular, at least for the first few months. We'll see though. Some people aren't excited about it being free trade. But anytime there's a server launch in EQ2, people are usually pretty hyped about it. He says, I don't understand what free trade is. I think I guess the better way to think about it is a lot of things can be sold on the broker. Things that would normally be no drop or heirloom, you can sell them on the broker. Yeah, QPAC says there's no heirloom. I mean, except for like, I don't know about quest items. There might be a few exceptions to some of the items. But most things are, Megaton says, most things are tradable except for heritage quest rewards and a few others. Get those crony ready to buy that fat raid loots. Excuse me. Draconic tablet for Speak as a Dragon was free trade on IOR. Interesting. I was gonna roll a pally on the new server, but seems no guilds are recruiting tanks. Is Swashi still a good class? Yeah, Swashi's very universal too. over. They're good for soloing. They have good buffs and debuffs. They do pretty decent DPS. You get an AoE pretty early on too, which is very nice. I enjoyed Swash. There's a lot of demand for tanks, but not raid tanks. Those are generally recruit from within positions, yeah. Been a hot minute since I played. Last little stint was Varsoon on launch, but life got in the way. I got you. Yep. Epex says I like Swash and okay. Did I do the Swash Epic? I don't know if I did the Swash Epic. I don't know if I did or not. I think I might have just skipped it, went straight for repercussions. Got mobs coming from everywhere. Nice little pile of mobs there. Seems like EQ2 are more picky with their tanks. EQ1, I've been a raid warrior for years. Over. Arkansas says EQ2 got options. What do you mean? And if you want a main tank, it's almost always a Guardian. Paladins are more off tanks. EQ2 has 6 tanks, EQ1 has 3. But monks didn't tank. They do now. I remember when I made my monk on Fallen Gate TLE. I was surprised when groups started asking me to main tank. I was like, what? What do you mean? But I did enjoy tanking as a monk. It was a lot of fun. Good way to learn. Can reset pulls pretty quickly as a monk. What's up, Rose? How you doing? Paladins really didn't start to get some parity with guards until TSO, but TSO, SF, Sentinel's Fate, monks were pretty awesome. Let's not forget about our bruiser brethren. Yep, new to EQ2 server soon, starting in EOF. Yep, June 9th. Whooshy. Bruisers are the rangers of tanks. Should have a server wishy-washy. Nobody plays Bruisers, Reebs? I've played a Bruiser before. Only leveled them to like 60 something, I think. 60 or 70. Inoxable, what's going on? Do you have to pay monthly subscription to play on the new server? Yes, you will have to have all access to play on the new TLE. All the event servers always require all access. Unfortunately. Raven Ward, what's going on? Bruisers are the redheaded stepchild. They're like the third wheel in every team, says Dark Inside. If you sacrifice a bruiser to a raid boss, you get a slight chance of better loot. Sacrificing rangers get you better chance, though. Oh, jeez. Do you think the new server will take all the players from this server? No. I think there might be a small influx to the new server, but the people that are still on Origins right now, or the people that are playing on Origins right now, they know what they're getting into on this server for the most part. I don't think a lot of the population is going to leave the server. There might be a subset of it maybe, but nothing, not on the level of like when this server launched in Varsoon and what happened to Varsoon. I am interested to see how long the popularity lasts with Wuxi. That's why I always get sacrificed in raids as a ranger, says Dark Inside. Dazed and confused, what's going on, sir? He says, it'll be Origins for me. What's the difference with the Origins server? The Origins server is a completely separate server from the normal ranks. It's loosely based off the 2006 version of the game server. The XP rate over here is pretty bad. Loot is not as good either, but it's more of a classic vibe than a normal TLE. Like this all like armor here has stats, like actual primary stats, like stamina, intelligence, health, power. There's no blue stats on this server. There's no chrono on this server. If you like treadmills, this is like a beefed up version of a treadmill. We have buku amounts of features on this server. There's features everywhere. Sometimes you don't even know about them until you find them. And then they're never going to get fixed. Or, sorry, I shouldn't say fixed because they are features. They're never going to be changed. We should be able to find until DOV, then things start to get dicey. I even think I think people come back for launch of DOV. It's the time after launch of DOV when it gets kind of, you start seeing the population thin out, I guess. Do the EQ2 servers drop off quick? Says Sober. Who should be fine until DOV, then things start to get... I read that. Turns out I was the third wheel the whole time, says Dark Inside. If you have a headache and you like to get rid of it by smacking your big toe with a hammer, you'll absolutely love Origins, says Megaton. If you have 6 hours to burn and you want to make a single level, Origins is the place for you. You might get that level after 6 hours. Not timing autos makes melee combat much more boring. I can see Reba sitting in a spandex saying, "This is my life." So to answer the question, do EQ2 servers drop off pretty quickly? It's a hard thing to say because some expansions drop off earlier than others. As a whole, no. Most of the people that start on whatever server you start on, especially with the event servers, they usually stick around for a while. There is a lot of guilds will go in hibernation mode, like during Desert of Flames. Sometimes at the end of EOV or EOF, they'll go into hibernation. Everybody comes back for ROK, and it's super busy. Destiny of Velius. Again, some guilds will go into hibernation mode or maintenance mode, if you will. As for noticing the quickness and drop, no, you won't know. You don't really see it. You also run into the event servers run into this thing where once they get 2-3 expansions in, people for some reason get it into their heads that they can't catch up to the server. So people stop making new characters for whatever reason. You see that a lot. Like people are like, I'll just wait till the next TLE launch. And they don't understand that these TLEs usually run for a solid 3 years. It's always fun when you see the tank say, "Oh shit." With the 12-week cadence, I think you'll have a lot less of that hibernation. Yeah, I think so too. But we'll see how popular it is, I guess. Really large internet hiccup. I was gonna get booted. Sorry, I would have put Freddy out there to tank for you. That's what they're hoping on Wuxi to last 3 years, yeah. I think after Daybreak took over is when people stopped playing, to be honest. Like right around AOM. I don't remember when Daybreak took over, if I'm 100% honest. I'm coming from the Varant days of EQ. Like that was the last one I remember there being a huge uproar in the community. It was when Sony took over from Varant. After that, and after I got used to that, I stopped paying attention who was paying the bills for EQ. pulled some extra mobs for us. We's down. Eyes down. I can't. Trying to feign death, didn't work. Yeah, this pit just hates us. They came down from, I don't know, saw Cabby running towards our way and they were behind him, so I assumed Cabby pulled them, but... I think after Daybreak took over, oh, I read that. It was after COE, that's when they did the quality dropped a lot, says Dark Inside. And then there's some gambling. But it also when they started changing the way they made terrains in EQ2 even got more WoW-like with rounded edges in the terrain. I didn't notice that myself, Dark. I never really paid attention. The WoWification of EQ2 started with the EOF and then amped up with ROK, says Mega. Because zones like this looked much better than the newer zones, in my opinion. I'm gonna take my pixels going home, says QPack. What they did to the lions was criminal, but I digress. Are you talking about the Bashir? Well, if you look at the Vashir, it's basically a Sarnak. With the lion skin on top of it. They have the same, like, mannerisms as a Sarnak. Like, if you put a Sarnak right next to the Vashir, They have the same movements and everything. Same character mannerisms. My Beast Lord's a Vashir. I modeled him right off the cover of the Lucklin EQ1 box. They made a new skeleton, they'd have to make versions of every single piece of armor for the game for it also. And it's true. There'd be a lot of coding. And a lot of artwork. And a lot of bugs. Sorry, features. A lot more features. Got an ad back here. Ooh, there's a shiny over there. Doop 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 doop. Read. Devastation. Inquisitor ability, level 61. Read. that rib cage. You beat me by 7 points. Loot. Bugbear eye. EQ on ogres were resilient to stun effects, didn't carry over. No, they get strength though, I think, in EQ2. Says, oh my god, what if now, and hear me out, what if dragons and EQ and Ixar had kids and over time evolved into Sarnak? Q said disturbing. And then QPEC said everyone hates XRs anyways. I enjoy XRs. Freddy says, I would think dragons to Sarnax is an evolution, more of a devolution. EQ1 Ixars took an experience hit and still managed to be the first on the level cap. Yeah. Didn't trolls have an experience hit too? But had amazing regen. Maggie was fooling around with Ixars and got tossed down with the uglier than sin creatures such as those ogres. Lady Vox is behind it all. Original ogre build made them look fat and greasy. They were very large and in charge. EQ2 ogres are more juggernaut than ogre. They did pretty good with the troll look though. They block doorways, yeah. It was a big deal. Ogres were a big deal in Luckland because get into one of the raid temples, you could just have an ogre sit there and people couldn't zone in or move in the hallway anyways. They couldn't get past the zone in. One of the Raza temples or something. Can't remember the exact name. I remember because there was a bunch of raid guild drama because back in the day, like before it was first come first serve. So whoever had the guild there first and started the raid had a chance on it. Over time, most raid guilds started developing a schedule, so like it would be certain weeks or whatever, this was so-and-so's guild turn to do it. But before all that, it was a lot less cutthroat, and it was just whoever gets there. So people would park ogres in this hall, and other people couldn't try the raid because this one guild was getting people there, and they can't get people there if the ogre was there. Kind of scenario. It was very toxic. Very toxic. And sometimes it wasn't even a real ogre. It would be an enchanter that illusioned themselves into an ogre. That's the other cool thing about EQ1 illusions too, because you could use an illusion and it would override your faction for that illusion. So like if you wanted, say you were a high elf or some kind of good race and you needed to go into Neriak, you could just get a dark elf illusion or ogre illusion and it would let you get around Neriak as long as you stayed in that illusion for the most part. Yeah, if it dropped, you're screwed. But that's why you'd see random halfling bodies through Neriak and stuff like that. Halfling elves, corpses on the bridges. I've not played EQ2, but I'm an old EQ gamer thinking about testing EQ2 out some. I always tell people if you haven't tried it before, it's worth a free download. It's worth some hard drive space. You get 2 character slots for free. Inox. And you'll have to play on the retail servers, which is, even those have changed what EQ2 used to be. But you can get a general sense and you get plenty of content for free. If you have all access, I'd say give it a whirl when the new TLE drops on June 9th. Granted, the content will come quicker every 3 months, but it's pretty you can play it casually and have fun. It's not as overpowered because right now on retail servers, EQ, everything is funneled to get you to max level as quickly as possible. So you miss out a lot of the beginning game content because everything is so focused on you leveling as quickly as possible. You'll out level some quest lines that you would like to run, even though you can lock your experience and do all the things. But I think the TLE gives a better look at the game versus just going straight into a retail server. Have some chronos you might use. Nice. Dazed and Confused says old EQ guys would love Origins if you have time for it. I think so too. A lot of old EQ players just disagree with everything EQ2 did for the MMO brand of EverQuest. It wasn't what everybody wanted from EverQuest when EQ2 originally launched. Everybody was hoping EQ2 was going to be EQ1 with better graphics, and it turned the game from a sandbox into a theme park, basically. So a lot of people tried it and then was like, this is not EQ, and then went back to EQ1. My raid guild from EQ1 did that because almost the entire raid guild went to EQ2, played EQ2 for 2 weeks, and then went back to EQ1. And there was like a small, like maybe 2 groups from the raid guild stayed on EQ2. But then we splintered after that, so I don't even know where a lot of them went. Camlock says, love the solid group vibes. Thank you, Cam. There's a vault door to the right from where that shiny is. We got ads. Oh, man. Emilo's done. He was like, I'm zoning out. I don't know where the ads even came from. I just turned around when I heard them hitting on something, and it looked like they came from the building behind us or something, maybe. Here's at 50. What do we want to do? Getting your ass handed to you, Revis. More cowbell. Q says she's done. You want to go somewhere else, Q? We can hit up SOS if you want. Still got about an hour. Port time. Boarding. Hopefully I clicked the common lands port. I did. Now the question is, do I go repair?
Greetings.
The time at. Teleportation arm shortly. Keep teleportation shard on your person. Stand near the. Let's say.
Salutations.
Oh, we can check and see if the repair guy's up in there. Okay. Ten seconds. Do 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 do. Time to pull some mobs. Bring all the mobs. Mender's not up. Shiny. Damn, I took a hit right before I zoned in. How many people are in here? 5 players. 2 of them are casual. 3 are casual. We got Bingle Dingle and Lingle Tingle. All the good names are always taken. Yeah, this game's been out for a bit. So a lot of names are taken.
My humble apologies.
Yeah, probably need to go as low as we can. Mystic Stone. There's always so many Legolas spellings you can do. You know what there's not a limit to? The amount of E's you can add. Or S's. Do Legolas. Or Legolas. One Legless. That's a good one. I like that. Everyone wants to be Ranger when that movie was released. Yeah. I was already a ranger at that point. Legolas wanted me to be Legolas wanted to be me, says Freddy. Yeah. I wanted to be a ranger in EQ1, but it was always such a very important class in the group that, because most groups that I had rangers in, they were very, very much almost the leader of the group, I would say, and I always felt like that was too much responsibility for me in groups. Same with bards. I felt like there was a lot of responsibility with being a bard, and I just never... I liked my enchanter, which was enough responsibility as it needed to be. Crowd control and keeping people with power. And buffing and slowing, stunning. Got an ad. Appreciate y'all hanging out today. Thank y'all for being here. If you're new to the community or returning to the community, stream schedules are Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. Saturdays and Sundays, normally we start at 1 p.m. Eastern. I went live today a little early because I have some early evening plans with the family. We're going to go see Mandalorian in theaters, so got to get off a little early to get everybody packed up and ready for that. Tomorrow will probably be a little bit earlier as well. Tomorrow's my oldest daughter's birthday. She turns 13 tomorrow. We're gonna be taking her out to dinner at 4, so it'll probably be about the same schedule as today. Yeah. Yep. It gets a little bit more internet experience because at 13, some of the parental stuff goes away, so I have to trust them on the internet a little more. Still with guardrails, but you know what I mean. Turned 15, so Shadow Nice. Yeah, my son just turned 15 on the 10th of May. And then my oldest daughter, she turns 13 tomorrow. And then my youngest daughter is 6. She turns 7 on the 14th of December. And then I turned 22 on the 1st of January. Q's rolling her eyes in the group. Shadow said 22. Damn, said young on kids, huh? Started young. No, I'm 43. Good old 43. Turned 44 on the 1st of January. We have, oh, I still have experience debt. I was going to say I'm out of experience debt, but I still got 0.1%. An exquisite pearl. I too I'm at 0.0% of debt. He's a little rage quit and shit. Oh God. Oh, group chat. What's up, Barry? He says, where does most of the population play in EQ2? I would say the bulk of population sits on event servers. I would say right now, probably Origins has the better population. But it's hard to say. It's really hard to tell because they hide the numbers for population pretty good with EQ2 and EverQuest, I guess. June 9th, there's a new time-locked expansion server launching, and that one's going to be pretty busy. So I think at least at launch, that one will hold the most population. The retail servers, so like Module, Halls of Fate, Antonio Bale, those are probably next and best. I want to say Module probably has a bigger population on retail than Halls of Fate. I play on Halls of Fate, and the community there and the people that play on Halls of Fate are great. I only have one character on Module, and I don't really play there enough to speak towards that community, but yeah, QPAC says Halls of Fate and Module go back and forth. But I really do feel like the event servers carried most of the population. Even with the retail servers having free-to-play users, I feel like the event servers are more active, player-wise. Any time zone to consider when picking a server? No. I feel like the majority of EverQuest seems to center around the Eastern time zone, I guess. But you have people from around the world that play EverQuest too, not just on, because there is an EU Thurgoden server, but I feel like there's a good mixture of the world that plays on the event servers as a whole. If anyone's on HOF, can they add me? My name's Ducka Ducka. Just kind of waiting for the Frost Reaver to launch in EQ1 and already have 3 subbed accounts, so thought I'd see how EQ2 is holding up. I haven't played in years. Yeah. Origins is... You have to access this server that I'm playing on right now, Bear, it's a little bit of a process because it is an official server, but it's kept separate from the other PLE and retail servers. So when you open up the EQ2 launcher, there's a little gear symbol up at the top or like a drop down. Select that and then select Origins. It basically installs like a second version of EverQuest 2 on your computer. But they had to do that to keep, they basically separated the code for EverQuest 2 for Origins versus everything else. Exactly, yeah. And I feel like a lot of EQ1 players might enjoy the Origin server, to be honest, even with its flaws, because it does have its cons, but I feel like EQ1 players would enjoy Origin. There's no chrono on Origins, there's very limited marketplace, the experience rate is way low. Armor could use a pass with itemization, but the overall game mechanics are there, and if you've never played EverQuest 2, you don't have any sense of the word I want to call, casualness, I guess, that EQ2 has built itself around. So it's more of a hardcore / classic vibe. Still some raid guilds here, and you know, plenty of people looking for group and leveling alts and doing all the things. So I recommend it. We get Canark unlocked June 9th, which is the same day the new TLE launches over here in Origin. Unfortunately, though, they're just unlocking Canark. They did do a beta for Canark, but they already said that they're not doing, like, it's not going to be something where they're going to maintain Canark as much. They'll fix things here and there, but it's not something that's not high on the priority list, basically. What am I missing here in group? Oh, what's in my remaining time? I mean, I got plenty of time right now. As long as I'm offline by 3:30, I think we're good. We all signed Reeves' binding contract about rage quitting when we joined Stream Guild. Stream group, sorry. I didn't read the contract I just signed. How's the XP looking, Q? Reeves? It's moving for me. I'm at 13% right now. Dev of Origin quit? No, it's just, it's not high on their priority list. Because, one, Origins was supposed to stop at Kingdom of Sky. But then they said, okay, here's Echoes of Fadeware. And then they said, okay, we're going to give you ROK afterwards. So, like, I don't say they've stopped maintaining Origins. It's just not bugs and things of that nature, as long as they're not, like, causing an issue on the server, as in, like, a dupe or anything like that. It's not something that they're really paying attention to. They're working on the next expansion for, you know, end of the year, and all the other event things that are going on with EQ and EQ2. Just, we're getting Canark, and that's what we're getting. We'll see how it goes. Raina, what's going on? It says I'm using Frost Reaver as a time to sync till the new EQ2 TLP comes up. Might have to get in Origins back up too. Yeah. I feel like EQ1 players or EQ1 refugees or people that are waiting for something on EQ1, I think they would have a good time in Origin, to be honest. It's more group focused in EQ2 on Origins. Not saying you can't solo, you can solo. It's just a much slower game when you're soloing. Grouping is where you get more XP and stuff like that. What? What, Q? Since earlier today? What? Reeves who? What is happening in group chat? Here says I used to play on what is now Halls of Fate. I got a 95 Brigand, 92 Defiler, 73 Berserker. Probably gonna play my baby Necro on there for a bit. Class, that's what I mean on Halls of Fate. Fair. Necromancer. Can't go wrong with it. Here's a question we ask from time to time. What was your first EverQuest 1 character? What was your first race class EQ1 character? Q says Dark Elf Magician. Okay. Ralosek. Nice. Q-Pack says Necromancer Iridite. Wood Elf Druid says Reyna. Lee says none. I never played EQ1. "22 Dwarf Warrior got drunk on a boat crossing the Ocean of Tears, fell off the boat, lost my corpse, and started over as a Dark Elf Enchanter." It's so good. I like that, Bear. And relatable. Because that's how I'm pretty sure. So my first ever EQ1 character was a halfling druid. That was my first ever character, but all of my friends at the time were based out of Freeport and Neriac. So like I ended up deleting that character and making a Dark Elf Necromancer. But I made two because I fell into the pond outside of the Priest of Discord there, and I didn't know how to get out of it, so I ended up drowning, deleting that character, and making a new Necromancer, and that was my main. Until I got into a raid guild, and then I switched my main to Enchanter. And then I had a druid that I play from time to time. I don't know why swimming was so hard to wrap my head around in EQ1 during those days, but it really was. It was a character deleter. Swimming in EQ1 was pretty much instant death for people because it made no sense of how to get out of the water. Just look up. That's all you got to do. I was 10 years old and he was 14. Oh, I missed something. My first EQ1 character was a level 3 half-elf ranger given to me by my brother. His main was in the 30s and had level 3 ranger and full banded. Logged in for the first time in the tunnel of Black Row. Nice. 10 years old and he was 14, living the life in 2000. Sounds like it. I had one buddy that had us all buy Asheron's Call and tried to tell us that it was better than EverQuest 2. And, or EverQuest. Sorry, not EverQuest 2. But I could not get behind Asheron's Call. I enjoyed EverQuest 1 more than Asheron's Call. Freddie says Asheron's Call was better than EQ1 in my opinion. And to be fair, Asheron's Call got a sequel before EQ1 did. Failed horribly, but it did get a sequel. Anarchy Online? You got any Anarchy Online people out there? about Shadowbane. Any Shadowbaners out there? Do I still got the box for Shadowbane? I think I do. Shadowbane was shit. I enjoyed Shadowbane. I had a good time in Shadowbane. I had fun with that game. I wonder if you'd still be in EQ1 as much as you were. I don't know. Possibly. Oh, no, Shadowbane was all okay. I thought you were saying it was shit. Like, yeah. EQ1 I got burnt out on EQ1 mainly because of rating, but also because of I mean, we've talked about it a lot, but the time of play for EQ1 to feel like to get the dopamine hit of something completed started getting ridiculously long. Sorry, so they started on Maple Story, then Last Chaos, then Eve. I never got into Eve. I've tried Eve a few times, never got hooked on it. Same with Maple Story, never played Maple Story, but I did do Maple Story 2, and we streamed that a few times. And I enjoyed Maple Story 2, it was kind of fun. It got annoying though with the amount of bot accounts that were happening in Maple Story 2, but it was good. I feel like Eve is like, EQ1's the same way. You have to commit, and you have to have a decent amount of playtime, weekly playtime. And I have 9 hours a week, sometimes 12 if I'm lucky. Same with RuneScape. I've tried RuneScape a few times. I just missed my boat for that. Joining a corp on Eve is like an actual job interview with background checks. Yeah, I believe it. I love watching the drama with Eve. I saw Elite Dangerous was on sale on Steam again. I mean, it's always going on sale here and there, but it's pretty cheap right now. I've never played it either, though. There's a couple Asian games where people died from hydration, yeah. I was really into RuneScape when I was like 9. Tried RS3 and somehow chose the worst quest, haunted house stuff. Oh jeez. Bounced off it hard, yeah. I kind of want something like Albion Online, but in a first person. Maybe even close third person, but not like top down or far out third person. Any Destiny tours out there? Are y'all as angry as some of my IRL friends are? Played hundreds of games. There's nothing quite like EQ2, says Rapsy. How you doing, sir? Happy Saturday. Having a good weekend. I enjoyed my time in Destiny 2. It's sad that they're going into, you know, no updates and maintenance mode, if you will, I guess. Yeah, that's what some of my old friends were saying about Destiny. Like they're mad that it's got to this, but they're also like they saw the writing on the wall when they stopped listening to the community about stuff. So yeah, I never really understood what they were doing with the content selection of the game. And like how they were adding certain things to like the vault and stuff like that. I was like, what? Dark says, I enjoyed my time with it, but it's too focused on the extraction game. And Bayer says, always heard the problem with Destiny 2 was that the amount of DLC you had to buy and how quickly the content became obsolete. Donnie says, what a boring time to be a gamer. We went from battle royales to extraction shooters. I'm more of a CS person. Q-Pack says, pizza or Indian food tonight? Indian. What's up, Fade? I'll choose some spice. Some spicy Indian. Going pretty good. We started off with some Caladim action about a few times. Now we're over in SOS to try to even out the XP gain a little bit. I'll be getting offline in about 30 minutes though, because taking the family to go see Mandalorian tonight. So excited about that. I'm gonna go put my Dadalorian shirt on. Wear that to this video. I had a buddy that went and saw it Thursday night, and he said he enjoyed it. He was talking about pineapple ham pizza, thin crust. Ham and pineapple pizza is good. I enjoy it. Me and my oldest daughter like the Hawaiian type pizza stuff, but like everybody else in the family is against it. I feel like it's a controversial take, but my favorite time in EQ2 was TSO. That was my peak time rating. Oh, TSO. I was not a fan of TSO, but I mean, a lot of people were. I talked to a lot of people that started around TSO, so that's where their nostalgia kick comes from. I did not enjoy the TSO expansion because I basically just hung out in ROK, and then when Sentinel's Fate launched, I just skipped TSO pretty much. But then I was like, and then when Sentinel's Fate launched, I didn't last very long. I was just like, well, it's time to move on to another MMO because I played probably maybe 2 months, 3 months of Sentinel's Fate, and then I was like, I'm done. Moved on to some other MMOs. Greatness, TSO was good. Sentinel, I read that. Love TSO, says Dazed. It wasn't so much the content as the guild I had and the amount of time I had to read. Yeah. I love level 80 cap in general. I think VP was still viable during TSOs for raiding guilds. A lot of fun, yeah. Vishan's Peak. I mean, I was happy with what they did with Vishan's Peak in EQ2 because I did raid in Vishan's Peak in EQ1 a lot. So it was, I thought it was well done in EQ2 as well. It's very memorable. Had good times in it. My struggle getting back in EQ2 is finding a guild I enjoy. I hear that, Raina. It's hard out there. I had it so good back in the early 2000s. I never thought MMOs would go on the endangered species list. I'm back on DOC right now, trying Blackthorn at the moment. Are you watching Camelot Unchained? Any, Donnie? I hope they make it. It's very hard to stay away from. I don't want to get too hyped about certain MMOs because, you know, it always hits the fan at some point. But also, I want them to launch. Like, I don't want to pay for beta. Give me a 1.0, please. Pantheon is still in alpha. From the reviews I read, it's a very late alpha to early beta, maybe. I haven't tried it myself. To be fair, I think Pantheon's population might be a little under EQ2's population. Maybe. Omega says, you talk crazy now, Rebus. Are there in production that you are interested in? Sorry if I messed up. You said, oh no, you're fine, Ray. Don't say sorry about that. There are a few MMOs that are in production that I'm interested in. I just, again, I want them to stop. They need to focus on the main first part of the game and get that out, and stop trying to make 10 years worth of content available at launch. I feel like everybody that wanted Pantheon is now playing Monsters and Memories. Yeah, I did a few playtests with the Monsters and Memories. It's still not, I don't think it's what I want in my next MMO. I think Pantheon was originally what I wanted in my next MMO, but what I'm seeing right now is not what I envisioned Pantheon was going to be. But I'm also, you know, a data 3 and I have a full-time job. So my optimal MMO view has changed. I'm more of a theme park MMO player now, and I just have to accept that. Freddy's like, just play ESO, it's the best MMO out there. I agree with that. Fair. Rose says, what do you think is the best server to roll a new character on? This one or wait for the new one? It depends on what you want from the game. Rose, if you're looking for a more classic EQ2 experience, Origins. If you're wanting the quality of life from live but want to replay older expansions, the new TLE is going to be your best bet. What's up, Nachos? Donnie says, ESO is good, but I don't enjoy the limited classes. Well, I think now you can multi-class, right? In ESO? Might be wrong, though. I want a nice chunk of classes like EQ2. Yeah. This looks fun. Been so burned out on my MMO rotation of WoW, EQ, and Guild Wars 2. Feel that. Bulk. The PvP is really well done in ESO. Play DAOC on Eden while watching your stream. Nice, Rose. I thought about trying out the Vanguard private server. Really, and what's going on are the EQ2 live servers worth the time? I think so. I mean, I've been playing there on Tuesday nights, waiting for the new TLE, and I try to stay current with the, you know, the expansions when they launch. I'll usually run through the solo signature timeline, and I mainly started doing that just so I could answer questions kind of like this, where are the live servers worth the time? They are. If you enjoy solo playing, and if you enjoy harder, more stat crazy characters and kind of managing multiple systems, the live servers can be fun for you. There is a lot of group content, there's a lot of raid content on retail, but it is very competitive. And it's also very stat gated. So like it's very focused on being a certain amount of stats for a certain amount of things and doing certain amount of content to open up certain amount of things. Like it's very much a second job. But it can be fun if you go into it just with whatever your goal is. Just set a goal, this is what I want to do, and you'll have fun with it. Like I said, oh my god, I'm playing Free Realms right now through an open source Free Realms project. Nice. With the live EQ2 live server situation, you have to understand that those servers, they've been around forever, right? So they're very top heavy, meaning everybody's in the last 5 levels of the max level range, which is currently 135. So there's 130s and 130 plus everywhere. Running into people in the lower zones is very, very rare. You will find people from time to time. You'll also find guilds that are slow rolling content, meaning they're locking their characters and their experience rate at certain sections of the game. Finding those communities can be somewhat of a hard time too. But most people on EQ2 Live are very nice and very helpful. So if you have any questions, you can just hit them up. They might not answer right away, but they will get back to you. But the large servers are heavily focused on getting your character to the max level as quickly as possible. You're going to out-level quest timelines. You're going to skip content or miss content that was originally slower paced. But it can be a fun time. I think the retail gameplay aspect and mechanics have a place. The TLE aspects and gameplay have a place, and the Origins, they have their own place as well. The basement. That's where Origins is. We're in the basement. TLE, in the kitchen. Retail, you're in a bedroom. Whichever bedroom you want. Thinking of trying Lord of the Rings Online again. I love the story and the graphic style. Yeah, and now they have scalable UI. So that was the main thing I just didn't like about the user interface for Lord of the Rings. But I feel like when I'm playing Lord of the Rings, I feel very EQ2-esque. Like it has a lot of the same vibes as EQ2. Different engine, different overall appearance, but same vibe. Same here, Cyrus. There's a lot of MMOs I like trying, but it's just that. I try them for a few weeks and then I'm right back into my main. My buddy who got me into EQ1 is going to play Frost Reaver server with me when it launches. Reboxing, and I'm so excited for the server to launch. Been sleeping so fast time faster. Yeah, those are good times. It's the same company now too. Lord of the Rings and EQ. Yeah. What is the general way of leveling to new content on live? Still dungeons, or is there a new system? So if you're looking to just strictly level your character, you're not worried about running timelines or quest timelines for Ilium. You want to log in. and get your character to like 5, I think. And then you're gonna go to either the main cities, and there's like this little dungeon thing. They're called agnostic dungeons, like a little helmet looking temple thing. Click on that and it'll have a list of dungeons. Run those dungeons until you hit 95. And it doesn't matter which ones you do. You can do the same one over and over and over again. The agnostic dungeons will level you from whatever level to 95. At 95 you stop gaining experience from them. You can still get loot from them, but you stop gaining experience. Once you hit 95, then you have to do the quest timeline. So you're going to start with Altar Malice expansion and follow the timelines. Next thing you know, you're max level. Because after level 95, questing is really the only way to level your character. You can do them group. You don't have to. You can solo them. So the agnostic dungeons work like this. They are old dungeons from all around the game. When you zone in, you get a quest to kill all the named in that dungeon. Each time you kill a named, you get a treasure box that contains a piece of gear for you, or spells or skills for you. It's not like you're getting stuff for other classes or anything like that. You're getting dedicated rewards for your character. Now the rewards are locked to certain tiers. So say you're level 40 running these agnostic dungeons, you're going to get level 40 only drops. You're not going to get level 50 or level 30. It's only level 4. And they're locked in that tier. So from 40 to 49, you're only getting level 40 drops. And then once you hit 50, you'll get level 50 drops kind of scenario. So the agnostic dungeons are kind of EQ2's catch-up mechanic, where they want you, if you don't have a character boost, which they hand those out like candy sometimes, you're going to want to use the agnostic dungeons to level as quickly as possible. You could go and run timelines per expansion, so do your Shattered Lands timeline, then your DOF time, but it's not going to level you as fast as the agnostic dungeon would until you hit 95. Once you hit 95, then questing is the only way to level. Outside of collections and boosting, of course. I don't know what Defiant Gear is, but it's best in slot for that tier. Actually, I don't even know if it's best in the slot for that tier, because some of the Heritage Quest items are better than that, but generally. I haven't played EQ1 live in a long. Actually, since I've played, I've hopped on to check out my characters and stuff like that, but I haven't done any content since I've been playing EQ2. I've did a few TLPs here and there with EQ1. The last TLP I did was it was Oakwind was the last TLP I did. I played Cleric on Oakwind. I think I made it to 55. Defiant Gear was added with the Secrets of Fadeware. It's tiered gear that dropped randomly off mobs and OP stats intended to catch. Oh, okay. Gotcha. What I miss here in group chat. Donnie says I tried Teak before they launched Origins. Gotcha. Basically 1 to 80, you wear Defiant gear. Okay. So not recently, but I've tried making new level 1 characters in EQ1 and running through the quest lines and stuff like that, doing the whole break out of the dungeon scenario and then running around doing quests up near the starting areas, I guess. But that's about as far as I go. I get scratch my itch and then I go back to EQ2.
Hello there.
What's up, Darko? Don't forget, chat, you can enter up on the channel currency giveaway. All you got to do is type !, enter, E-N-T-E-R. At the end of every stream, we give away 5,000 copper to one lucky winner. Who's bought currency to play the sound effects and the minigame in chat. You can do it over on Twitch and over on YouTube. Whichever or both of your preferred viewing areas. Who says that sounded loud? The YouTube sound effects are a little high? Maybe. Oh, hello there, Scrim's random voice. Not random, it's Obi-Wan. Thank you has tinnitus now. Oh, welcome to the club. I got tinnitus. Dargo says, so because Discord hates me and I lost track of where I was in the chat, plus being too lazy, what's the current plan on the new TLE? Launches June 9th. I'm going to be playing as a dirge. Any PD plans over there? No, not as of right now. There's no PD plans. I did get the random character generator working over in Discord though, so you'll see a lot of spam over there. People trying it out. All you gotta do is do slash roll character, and it'll pick you a race in a class. If you were going to do a permadeath situation. Some people are going to do permadeath, but I'm not planning on like hosting a permadeath challenge again right now. Yeah, we're both in club tinnitus. Mine started probably 2 years ago now, is when I first started noticing it. But, yeah. Doctor says I can get, like, they make hearing aids now that kind of make it less noticeable, but it's not to the point where I'm missing things yet. Yes, so. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to learn Dirge. I've never leveled a Dirge before. I think I did Dirge as permadeath once. He didn't make it past the teens, so we'll see what happens with this character. That's what I heard too, Q. And even my doctor is like, if you want, you can try the hearing aids. Some people have success, some people don't. He's like, I'll give you the referral to go get them checked out or something like that. I was like, it's fine for right now. I just making sure it wasn't something like I had him look to make sure I wasn't having like inner issue, like tube issues in my ears or anything. But he just said, no, it's part of getting old. What's up, Snookin? Says good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm going to be logging off here shortly. Yeah. Yeah, my mom has hearing aids, so I know I will eventually be in this boat for my, family history. We're all hard of hearing. So at some point I will, but just sweat about 300 pounds. What did you say? Says stuck in. Yeah. Do we have a plan for tomorrow yet, or do not say Caladim? What? It's looking. Stop helping my YouTube. What? Sarah said I'd be up for POA or SOS. Could give HOF a go again if you're feeling daring. Yeah, HOF seems a little tough. 65 plus, I would say, or at least me and Q need to be 65 going in. So we could switch it up tomorrow and do POA, or we continue our SOS crawl. Is there any low-level dungeons in Looking for, overall today? Let me look here in the Looking for Group channel. I see a 23 Warden Looking for Group, a 29 Wizard, 28 Coercer, 23 Warden. It looks like the 20s have been looking for group today. 2 people advertising for Permafrost, which is, I guess that's 50s, right? 40s, 50s. HOF group. Let me see if anybody's using the looking for group tool. I doubt it, but looks like there's a 33 cores for 28 cores for 28 Necromancer. There's no groups using the tool. There's a few. I think getting in and then just advertising that you're looking for a group or looking for certain classes helps you. Because a lot of people right now are just waiting for the new TLE. And they're probably solo questing or something like that just to fill time. So if you get like a Wailing Caves group or something together and get in, it doesn't even have to be a full group. Get you and 2 other people, you can have fun in there, and then the others will come by. But thank you for the group today, guys. Everybody, you, Freddie, Cyrus, Cavi, thank you for grouping up. Everybody's recalling. I'll recall. Oh, can you port you to Common Lands? Yep, gotcha. You need to go anywhere, Si? No? Okay. Another thing you get on Origins, super long recall casting. On retail and normal TLE, this is probably like a 5-second cast. Here on Origins, it's god awful. What is it? 30 seconds? All home. Oh, another thing on Origins, the neighborhoods are in the game. So like Temple Street, Long Shadow Alley, Avelshire, stuff like that. Those are back in the game from the original launch. Some of the quest lines are there too. Not all of them, but some of them are working and in working condition anyways. So those are fun. Well, but chat. Played Origins when it came out. Hated it. The bear. Yeah. I mean, hey, I get it. It's not perfect, but it was the closest thing we've got to a classic version. I don't consider the TLEs a classic version of EverQuest 2. I feel they're more of a style of EverQuest 2, but not a classic. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have all of them, unfortunately. But I don't think they've added more either. There are a few, but I also don't remember all of them. I'd have to get my player's guide down to see which ones are missing. I do have the player's guide up there on the top shelf. I'd have to go to each neighborhood and look at the quest and see if I can find each vendor, but I don't know how many are missing. All right, chat, let's see who won some currency today, shall we? Again, shout out to the Casual Taverns group today. Thank you all for hanging out. I got about just under 20% XP, so 19.6. So if we wouldn't have had those deaths, I would have been at 20%. But appreciate y'all for hanging out. Thank you for grouping up and hanging out on stream with me. All right. Twitch chat, you're going to go first. So if you haven't typed exclamation point ENTER, I'm about to roll that, and you're going to get 5,000 copper for one lucky winner. So Cyrus, Freddy, Cabby, Wee, Grug, Humilu, Dark Inside, Snookin, Mega all have a chance at winning 5,000 copper over on Twitch. Possum Pants has entered up on that as well. Over on YouTube, we got Cyrus, Wee, Woodrain, Darko, and Snookin for a chance at winning some copper over there on YouTube chat. Again, same command over on YouTube. Exclamation point ENTER for a chance at winning. Inox, that was a good seeing you, man. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. All right. Entries have stopped for Twitch chat. And the winner today is Snookin. Congrats, sir. Way to go. Where's my cheer button? There it is. The man might try to double dip today. So if he wins over on YouTube, that means he's got 5,000 here on Twitch and then 5,000 over on YouTube. There you go. And that's my son in the background. Sorry, Q. All right. And YouTube chat entries have stopped. And the winner is Darko. Congrats, Darko. AKA Saruman. Or Sam, sorry, Sam Uran, not Saruman. I just see your name and then think of Saruman. Did I type that right? There we go, 5,000. Send. I don't have that much copper on YouTube. Hold on. Hold, please. Where did I burn through all that copper already? Right, because I gave it to the wrong. I gave it to the wrong. And I think, oh, wrong number. 716 Jag. Yep. Yep. There you go. Finally went through. Jesus. Thank you, we appreciate you, sir. All right, chat. That's it. I'm getting out of here. Y'all stay safe. Be good humans to each other, please. Shout out to Possum Pants for the follow. Appreciate that today, man. Thank you. All right, y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Like I said, be good humans to each other, please. And we'll be back here tomorrow, probably about the same time-ish. All right? Everybody, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for watching. Adamana's getting their queue. Oh shit. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Turn around that corner, there's like 10 skeletons coming at us. I'm really liking the depth of this game. This game is pretty awesome. I will say that. It is a great card game, especially with viewer interaction from you guys. Oh, this motherfucker, man.
Out of the... Yeah, I'm trying to get out of the blast zone here. I don't know if I'm gonna have time because they're going to. They tend to be a little suicidal too.
What?
Dumbass!
Dang.
I was just expecting that.
Wow.
I didn't have a chance to move.
I can't kill this guy. Alright. My bad. The butcher. Spawn behind us. Epic. Holy crap. just spawned behind us. Oh. God damn it. That was a wipe. Oh man. This naked orc just laid